So, what's going on today in the House of Commons? I'm actually uploaded back-to-back days. I know it's a magical day, a historical day. It's excellent, sensational, scintillating. Honestly, perfect, scary. TLF is scary. Yeah, we're back with another football talk. Because today there's been a bit of news, obviously surrounding Man United, the major talk, but there's also some other topics I want to talk about. One being this HIPSTER that people called CALAFIORI or something, I don't know. I didn't know it existed until about 2 weeks ago, I'll be so honest. And how he's now linked, he's now edging closer. Arsenal give him the green light for Calafiori transfer from Bologna after they kept good relations. Fucking hell. And these mutants, man. Yeah, so we got a few topics to talk about. But yeah, we'll start off with the obvious one, which I'm sure a lot of you want to hear my opinions on. Ten Hag is staying. Well, we all knew that. Ten Hag has signed a new 1-year extension at Manchester United, so he's got 2 years left on his deal. Is it 2 years? It might be 3 years. No, it is 2 years left. 2 years left on his deal. He had 1 year left coming into this season. Now he's got an extra season at Manchester United, which sort of shows a bit that they are backing him, but they're not fully back. You know, they're not giving him a long-term deal, which gives him another 3 or 4 years at the football club. They're going to give him an extra year that he was going to get, so they can pretty much probably assess what will happen in a year's time. He's doing all right, and then they might assess it again. Or say in a year's time he's doing bad, which they probably don't think he's going to do bad. They can sack him. I don't know. It's not like they have to offer him a new deal next year if he does well. I don't know. To be honest, I do know that. However, and it's what I said. I do believe that they're going to give him the new deal to change him from the manager, which he was before, to the head coach, which he is now. But I guess he is now. I've got the thing here. We're going to read it in a minute. We're going to digress and dissect all the journo puppets. I'm sure they're going to use a lot of mutant language in this post. This is but we're gonna go on that in a few secs. But yeah, my thoughts on it is I'm not really surprised. There was obviously, after he got announced he was staying, they were obviously the rumours that were coming out about him getting a new deal, getting offered a new deal. Man United are preparing to launch a new deal for Erik Ten Hag and all that. The Pawn Steam Dagger, and all that jazz. As I said, I think it's because he in his actual contract that he was the manager, he had a lot of control over transfers. I think this is to reluctant some of that control, the manager job, and now he's a head coach rather than a manager, sort of things. That's what I think it's about that as well. I think that's the main thing, the main motivation behind it, as you say. So we're gonna go and dissect into this. Oh, my fucking face is all squarey. And we're gonna read this on this website, on the club website, the official club website. Erik Ten Hag has extended his contract at Manchester United's men's first team manager until June 2026. Erik Ten Hag said, "I am very pleased to have reached an agreement with the club to continue working together. Looking back at the past 2 years, we can reflect with pride." Is he? Anyways. It is Pride Month though. Well, it was last month, a couple days ago. So maybe that's what he means. I don't know. Who knows? You know what I mean? Each to their own, I guess. On 2 trophies and many examples of progress. Fucking hell. You know them ones like you're not even upset. You're not angry. You're just disappointed. Do you know what I mean? It's just, but what can we expect? You know what I mean? Why didn't I expect it? I should have said it before. How many words are going to have the how many times are we going to see a word beginning with PR at the start of it? Progression, anyways, from where we were when I joined. Well, when you joined, we finished 6th, and you took us to 8th. You couldn't make this sharp. Oh, anyways, already the blood's boiling. However, we must also be clear that there is still lots of hard work ahead to reach the levels expected at Manchester United, which means challenging for the English and European titles. Yeah, you tell him. In my discussions with the club, we have found complete unity in our vision for reaching those goals, and we are strongly committed to making that journey together. Well, he's selling the story. I mean, he's telling us all what we want to hear. Dan Ashworth, Manchester United sporting director, the new one that we stole off Newcastle. Stole him, remember we stole him. With 2 trophies in the past 2 seasons, Eric has reinforced his record as one of the most... Eric has reinforced his record as one of the most consistently successful coaches in European football. Define one of the most, please. Define one of the most, Dan Ashworth, Mr. Daniel. While the club's review of last season's highlighted areas for improvement, it also reached a clear conclusion that Eric was the best partner for us to work in driving up the standards and outcomes. Driving up the standards. Whoa! I thought standards was just a buzzword by Standards FC. Why has the club put it on their official website? I thought there was no such thing as standards. I thought it was all about a process and a progression, and you were not allowed to have standards. Well, why the hell has he come out? Well, not him. Actually, it might be. It was been Dan Ashworth. I thought, why have they put that on the official club website? I thought standards was never a thing. I thought it was just, do you know what I mean? It was a made up buzzword by Standards FC. Who knew? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, as I was saying, it was... So they're talking about the club review they did, which Dan Ashworth I don't think was part of, by the way. Well, from what we know of, he wasn't part of it. But we'll move on. The group of players and staff have already shown that they are capable of competing and winning at the top level. Now we need to do it more consistently. Have they already shown that? We haven't won a league in 11 years now, mate. I don't really... And we haven't exactly competed for a league in 11 years. But I digress. With our strengthened football leadership and that team now in place, we are looking forward to working hand in hand with Eric to achieve our shared ambitions for this football club. Yeah, look at them all branded, all the new football game. This club's smart, I can't lie. I love it. It's like how smart is that reimagined for the new era. By the way, I hope we don't play with long sleeves, because I really don't like long sleeves. The last time I played long sleeves was 21-22, and that was a disaster of a season. But not only was it a disaster of a season, it was just... Like, it just didn't look nice. I mean, I think we did play with a bit of long sleeves in 16-17. I believe we did. Well, I know we like... There's sometimes when you play with long sleeves, sometimes when you don't. I do understand that. But I really don't like playing with long sleeves. Especially when the Adidas stripes. The Adidas stripes, like... The Adidas stripes are just much better when they're on the shoulders, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the end of it. Yeah, nothing else really. It is quite a nice kit, to be fair. I have ordered it. I've got Ahmad on the back. I will be getting the away kit or whatever if it is any good, which I don't know. I'm not really. It is a half decent kit, but it's the home kit in it. Yeah, I mean, it's just okay-ish. Hopefully the away kits are good. They usually were good. They weren't that haven't been good recent years. I'll be honest. I haven't really liked the away kits in recent years, but yeah, in regards to the kit, I do want to get Main on the back, so I do hope it is a half decent kit. Anyways, I digress. I now dissect. We'll close that down. Thoughts on that? As I said, they've done their review, their season review at the end of the season review. They interviewed loads of managers and and as you say, they thought for like what they wanted to do, Ten Hag was the best option or something. I don't really know what that means. I do kind of know what it means, but I don't know what it means. It's like he wasn't the best option in terms of manager, but I don't think someone like Tuchel, who is a better manager than Ten Hag, wanted to do what they wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? I think Tuchel was a bit of a control freak, and if Ten Hag was reluctant to give up control, then maybe that's what they wanted to do. And also, since everyone's already here, it's a bit less of a problem, as you say. Not problem. Like for change. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, I now digress. We now move on to. Here I get it up. I have it on my phone somewhere. Calafiori. Fabrizio Romano. It's Italian. Alright? By the way, let's talk about this what's his name? Riccardo Calafiori, geezer. All these mutants, right? I have yet to see him kick a... Like, no. I have yet to see on Twitter these comps they're making of him, yeah, kick a ball in these comps. I'm not even joking. I will find it if I have to. Look, I am yet to see. I don't want to get done for copyright or anything, right? Hold on. Well, give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Yeah, there you go. Look, here we go. Straight away, found it straight away. Where are you? Share screen. Look, I am yet to see this geezer kick a ball in a comp. Look, it's just pictures of it, videos of his looks, and they've edited it to make it look like it's sank out the 90s to make him look like fucking Maldini. Look, these lot are zesty, mate. A man said, "Wow," and a ball was not kicked. Facts, mate. Facts. Factual. Yeah. These lot are zestied up to the core. Pride Month was last month. Tell them about that, yeah? I know they were all, do you know what I mean, getting the lube out for him last month when they saw a few pictures of him before the games and the Euros. At the end of the day, none of you ever watched Bologna. None of you even knew he existed before 2 weeks ago. The only reason you are pretending that he's any good is because you fancy him and because it's a popular opinion because people fancy him, so therefore they're hyping him up to be he's a hipster. People hyping him up to be any good. He might be good. He might be a half decent centre half. I don't know. I don't watch Bologna. I don't pretend I do. I have watched Bologna games. I've watched one of them. Yeah, I watched them against Atalanta. That's about it, mate. I've never watched them consistently, and I didn't even know he played. I didn't know who he was until 2 weeks ago. Yeah, neither did any of these fucking mutants. At the end of the day, the only reason they're rating him is because they fancy him. They're all zestied up right to the very, very core. Anyways, we'll move on. These people pretending that they know if he's good or not. Take no notice of them. They're zesty. That's literally it. I'm yet to see a comp of him actually kick ball. Let's see a comp of him. Let's see someone tell me what he's actually good at. But because he wears a headband, they seem to think he's Maldini. Because he's Italian, they seem to think he's Maldini. And they also seem to think, Arsenal fans especially seem to think he can play left back. He might be able to play left back. I don't know. At the end of the day, but neither do they. They don't know either. Just like I don't know. Just like I don't know about him. But at least I don't pretend I know about him. Anyways, here it says here, right. Hold on, right. Arsenal, from Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal have presented long-term proposal to Riccardo Calafiori after interest revealed last week. Understand players opening to join Arsenal if they can agree terms with Bologna. Chelsea are still there. So Chelsea and Arsenal look at him. There's no surprises there with Chelsea. Arsenal are a bit surprised because I thought they were actually half smart. I didn't think they rated players off looks, and I also didn't think they needed another defender since they've just got Timber. Ben White is the English version of Calafiori, even though Ben White is actually good. But I mean, like, do you know what I mean? He's a bit Love Island looky, and this geezer's a bit Love Island looky. Do you know what I mean? Saliba thing. I mean, they're gonna have. I mean, the Arsenal, the gay pride for Arsenal, mate. They're gonna have the lube out, mate. Them zesty mutants. Mate, Arsenal Twitter are gonna be aura. They're gonna have the GIFs out, aura. Yeah, with their back line, you know, when they get the BT cameras coming up and they're filming the players as the game's starting off and a bit like they do at the Euros when they're singing the national anthems, and you have Saliba there, Timber there, or Ben White there, Gabriel then, or Odegaard as well. Don't forget that. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be like, look, this team's got the most aura in Europe. Fucking, this is some zesty shit, bruv. Yeah, this is honestly, the world is gone. The world is finished, bruv. Yeah. I wonder how many people on Twitter are already pretending to be Calafiori, by the way. How many of them have already got him as his profile picture? I wonder. Anyways, yeah, as I say, and no surprises, Chelsea are involved in him. Any player that gets hyped on Twitter, Chelsea are involved nowadays. Any young player especially. Epstein FC over there. Epstein's Island is basically Stamford Bridge now. Yeah, that's basically the truth. Anyways, Arsenal and Chelsea, the only two clubs I'm talking right now. Arsenal are preparing for more contacts over Riccardo Calafiori deal on both player and club side. Excellent relationship with Bologna after Tomiyasu deal. Price tag around 50 million. 50 million? They're going to spend 50 million on another defender when they don't need it. When they need a striker, they need a midfielder, they need a winger. I thought Arsenal were actually half decent in the transfer window. When I say that, I mean they make smart signings. Yeah, I mean, I thought they had PSR problems, by the way. I don't know. I thought they made all smart signings, Arsenal. But I don't know. I really don't see where he fits in Arsenal. I feel like they're actually signing him just for aura. I feel like that's what it is. Gets the fans on side. I actually don't know where he fits in Arsenal. But then again, maybe they are trying to displace Zinchenko. Maybe Arteta's gone. I want to play with 4 centre backs at the back. Well, I personally think Ben White is better at right back, but he is technically a centre half playing at right back. And maybe he wants to get rid of Zinchenko and Tomiyasu and Timber and that will be the backups, which I do understand. But he also does need to remember he needs to get an attack. I think at least another winger, potentially another striker. No, probably definitely another striker, another winger, and a midfielder. I think he needs them 3 players definitely if he wants to be winning anything next season. And here he has the other one. There's Arsenal are given the green light. After Ricardo Carvalho's green light, that means personal terms. Means did I say Carvalho? Did I say Carvalho? Calafiori, sorry. I'm confused with names. Green light to move and contract. So basically saying Calafiori has said, which is no surprise, that he wants to join Arsenal. Well, who wouldn't, mate? Why wouldn't you want to leave Bologna and join Arsenal? I mean, when was the last time Bologna won a trophy? I think they've just finished their highest position ever, which was 5th in 20 years or something, or even over 20 years. I don't even know. Anyways, Arsenal have made direct contact with Bologna, so now they're talking to Bologna. Talks between the clubs have started. No issue on Calafiori's contract terms. Up to the clubs now. Arsenal currently ahead. No bid from Chelsea so far. That's probably because, mate, he told Chelsea to jog on if Arsenal come through. So Chelsea won't even bother. As they rightfully should. Because any player with a brain would choose Arsenal over Chelsea in this current period. Because at least Arsenal have somewhat a competent board and a competent manager and a way that they can at least compete. You know, I have this fucking buzzword, compete. Do you know what I mean? But they have a chance next season to go and win trophies, big ones as well. Whereas Chelsea, that club is just beyond repair at the minute. Especially with their mutant fan base that hype up anything that them owners do. Them owners are worse than the Glazers, and they're shitting all over Chelsea. And their owners, as I said, them fans are just lapping it up. About Elise and all that. Oh, we won't pay Elise 200k a week and all this shit. Yeah, of course you won't. Yeah. Anyway, even if you wouldn't, why wouldn't you? He's a good player. If you want a player, you pay the money, mate. Obviously, you don't go overboard, but it's not like you're paying him 400 grand a week and fucking 80 million, are you? Anyways, yeah. Regards to this Calafiori geezer, he may be a half-decent centre-half. And maybe what's the profile that Arteta wants. That's another buzzword. However, none of these geezers that are pretending that they watched him, or and I'm still, by the way, as I said, yet to see. Not that I judge players on comps, but all these comps I've seen of him so far, all these photos I've seen of him so far, I've never seen a comp of Calafiori against Atalanta or against Juventus at home, or against in the thing, because the only in the Euros, he fucking scored an own goal the other week against Spain. Do you know what I mean? These lot are just zesty, in my opinion. I just think they just fancy him. They think he's like, they look at him and go, oh, he's got that Italian look. Do you know what I mean? Got long hair, his hair down, hairband as well. So we're just, you know what I mean, the next Maldini. He's got great marketable ability and all this shit. And he's got the 4-letter word beginning with A, which is aura. At the end of the day, it is just a bit zesty, in my opinion. I'm glad my club's nowhere near it, because I don't want to. I really don't want Man United fans getting there. I mean, you've seen what Man United fans are like with Garnacho. And there's a reason why the club's banner, by the way, on Twitter, Man United's banner on Twitter is Garnacho, because they know it gets all the lube out for the fans. And that's the reason why Garnacho probably will sell a lot of shirts, but might even sell the most shirts this summer. Him, Bruno, probably sell the most shirts, or Mainu. Purely the fact of Garnacho, they just fancy him, and he wears CR7 boxers, and it's just like this Calafiori geezer. I would not want him anywhere near my football club, just simply off that fact. Even if he was the next Nesta or Maldini, I wouldn't want him anywhere near my football club, just because I know it's the same with that striker that plays for Sporting. I don't know how you say his name. and he does that celebration. I just wouldn't want him. And I don't think Man United fans would do this, but I just wouldn't want him anywhere near my club because I would not want anyone doing that celebration at thingy. I mean, it'd probably do well for if you went Liverpool, because that moment of fresh air the air will get if Liverpool fans all done that for a second would be fucking wonderful. But that's the only club I think I'd ever want him to see him at. That I think his name's like Gilqueires or so, I don't know. He plays for Sporting. He used to play for Coventry. Scored a shitload of goals in that league, but it's all the Farmers League. Remember, they all claim these leagues are Farmers Leagues when they debate other players. They debate, for example, you debate your Rodrigos versus your your Rodrigos versus your Sakas, or your I can't really think of a fucking debate. Do you know what I mean? Off the top of my head, but they usually they bash these leagues. They say it's all Farmers Leagues, and then when it's time to hype up a player they want, the rep profile that Arteta wants him, or Ten Hag wants him, or Klopp Slot wants him. They seem to be experts on these leagues. They seem to know it all, and they seem to no longer be Farmers Leagues. They seem to be, you could do it in that league, you're looking that good in that league, so you can surely come over to this league and do it this league. Anyways, thanks for watching. That's football talk over for the day. Will probably not be uploading for the next week, as I am going on holiday, but I don't know. We may or not. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Cheers.